Hello everyone, welcome in the new video. So in this video we will going to see RTOS, okay, on STM32, and I will try to cover this theoretical part within short period, right? And then we will build it on actual hardware. Okay, so first of all, the problem with the normal operating system is it will block everything, right? Let us say one example is given, HAL delay. So this is the inbuilt function, right, provided by the HAL, hardware abstraction layer. And when you write this function and when microcontroller will execute this, the whole CPU is frozen. Okay, so whenever this function will execute, whatever delay you have written in an argument, the microprocessor will hold for that period. It will frozen for that much period, and it will not do any another task, right? So let us say if you have some sensor reading or some any other task, and if you're in your code, somewhere this function is there, and if execution is executing this, so for that period it will not do anything. So this is the biggest problem with this, and to fix this we have RTOS. It's a real-time operating system, a small program that manages several jobs on CPU, switching between them so fast each one behaves as it has its own chip, right? And what that actually looks like in next. So basically RTOS is actually a software, is a program, right? And by calling the functions, RTOS will manage the thing in such a way that it looks like that each function has its own CPU, but it is not there, right? Because in background we have only single CPU, but RTOS handle this task in such a way that we have to simply call some functions, right? And based on the backend operating system, based on the RTOS, it will manage everything. So let us say one X task is currently executing, right? And some Y task having higher priority, right? And that task will initiate by some input. So RTOS will execute that high priority task first, right? So some priorities will be there. So this is what the RTOS is, right? So scheduler that share one CPU between several tasks. So task means you can consider as a one job written as a function, right? With a never ending loop, like keep blinking this LED forever. So let us say LED 1 is a one task, and same way LED blinking LED 2 is another task. So FreeRTOS is the RTOS we are using, and it doesn't add any additional CPU. As I told you earlier, it switches between tasks fast enough that each one looks like it's running non-stop. So basically in task 1, LED blinking, whatever delay is there, that delay is basically for that task only. It will not share by other. So same way for blink LED 2, we have another delay, but that delay is only for that task 2. Okay, it will not affect task 1. So it looks like that both tasks executing parallel, but actually they are not parallel. RTOS handle this. Now three things: RTOS, FreeRTOS, and CMSIS-RTOS version 2, right? And these are simply three different names, right? And RTOS is real-time operating system. Its category of software, any operating system built to respond to event within a guaranteed predictable amount of time, not one specific product, right? It's a general term. RTOS, FreeRTOS, this is a real you can say example of RTOS, specific RTOS. The actual real RTOS we install and run on STM32. It's a free open source available, right? And one of the most widely used RTOS kernel in embedded project. So FreeRTOS is a one option for RTOS, right? It's open source available. And CMSIS-RTOS version 2, we will going to use this, right? It is available in STM32 IDE. It's ARM standard functions names, a common set of function name, right? OS thread new, osDelay defined by ARM. And again, this is one of you can say software package basically used to use RTOS. Okay, some functions are there, OS thread new, osDelay, and that sits on top of FreeRTOS. Version 2 is the current version. Version 1 is already there, but it is now older and depreciated one. Okay, so we will going to use version 2. So basically you have to understand these three terms. RTOS is a general name of any operating system, then FreeRTOS is an open source available, and this one is from the ARM. Now let us understand with some example. So just here in the screen it is showing one phone, right? One smartphone you can say, and you are listening some music, right? You are now playing some music, and the task is running. However, it's a low priority task, okay, but some task is running, and now someone will call you. So call is definitely has high priority task. Okay, call is having higher priority compared to music. So when someone will call, that low priority task will halt for that period, and with the preemptive, high priority task will execute, and you will see the call. Okay, you will see your phone start ringing. Music is paused now, and phone is ringing because of that incoming call. Okay, and music picks up right where it left off, means when call end, so music will start from that point only. And this is the simplest example of real-time operating system. So here each task is having its own priority, right? An operating system manages this. Now compare this with your PC, with your laptop, or with your desktop. If you have n number of things currently open, and when you open n+1, it will not give any higher priority to that task. In background, everything will run as it is. You can use anything anytime. So it's a general purpose operating system, you can say. And in RTOS real-time operating system, we have some scheduler, we have some priorities, right? So this is the most simplest example. So your call is a highest priority task compared to music, right? Now you know what task is. Now 6 ideas will build on it. So these are just a name and what it solves. We will going to see this in depth on each when its episode comes. Okay. So first one is a priority. Decide which task run first. This is we will learn in today's episode. Then semaphore. It's a limits how many tasks can use something at once. Okay, like parking space where we have limited space. So this is an example of semaphore. Then mutex. Okay, these are the terms used by in RTOS. Okay, so we will see this one by one. Mutex is one key, one door. Protect the shared resources from 2 tasks at once. Okay, so some resources is used by some one task. So this will help in in this type of scenario where one resource will be used by that task only. And it will protect the shared resources from 2 tasks at once. Then we have queue. So let's one task safely send data to another like a mailbox. Okay, so queue means whatever comes in, it must go out in a queue. Software timer, a lightweight alarm clock, cheaper than full task. And then final project, we will combine everything into one real sensor display building. So this is the overall journey we will cover. Now HAL middleware and CMSIS-RTOS version 2. So basically what we will do, till now we have developed different project where we wrote our applications. So that is our application code. Now from this series, or for this specific RTOS series, we will use middleware. So in Cube IDE itself, we will configure this middleware. We will enable RTOS, FreeRTOS, okay, via CMSIS-RTOS version 2. Basically, it will manage task, priority, timing, okay, everything. You call it, and in background, this function will execute it. And this will call HAL, hardware abstraction layer, okay, and that hardware abstraction layer will talk with your physical chip. So you can see it's basically middle layer. Okay, it's a middle layer which will talk your application, and means it will do communication between an application and HAL layer. So now why we set up clock separately? So this is another concept we will going to see in our demonstration. So system clock config, it sets chip's overall speed. Okay, but what happened that we have another, you can say, package or another system. It needs its own clock. So normally HAS uses system clock to track time for its own delay, but FreeRTOS also needs that clock. Okay, so now what we will do, we will give separate clock. Okay, we will give separate clock to RTOS and HAL, and that's why you will see in this experiment we will going to enable this timer 6. Okay, so basically this is required, and how to handle this is also given over here. If I will not do this, you will see the one warning will be there, and that's why we have to configure this. That's it. Okay, so this is the reason basically why we use separate clock. Now these are the functions. So every functions we actually use today. HAL init, this you already know, right? Initialization, then system clock, max, MX, GPIO. Now these are some functions. OS kernel initialize. So this comes from the middle layer, CMSIS-RTOS. It will prepare this scheduler. Then OS thread new. Again, this is from CMSIS-RTOS. Basically register 2 tasks Okay, so we have to register the task and then we have to start it. So consider like I have 5 tasks. So first I have to register them, all of them, and then I can start it. And based on priority, based on logic, operating system will execute those. Okay, OS kernel start. So it's hands control to the scheduler. Then GPIO toggle pin is a function to toggle LED. OS delay, this is most important. So basically it pose only the calling task. So if I will write OS delay instead of HL delay, it will pose only that function. That delay is for that function only. It will not apply on another function. Okay. Now what we'll configure today, we will use 2 separate tasks, one LED 1 blinking, one LED 2 blinking, right? For one we will give higher priority, for second we will give normal priority. Okay. And for this we will use CMSIS version 2. This I already discussed with you, right? And this is what we're going to do. Now let us start coding. For that I will simply create new project. Here we have to select our board. Nucleo 144. RTOS LED element 01. Next, finish. Now here we have to simply clear the pins first of all. Now then let us provide the clock. Now we have to use middleware. Okay, in middleware we have to use RTOS. This FreeRTOS, and here we have to use CMSIS version 2. It's an API, you can say. Now your different settings are there. You have to simply open task and queue. One default task is there, you can see. Okay, one default task is there. I will add one more task. Now let us give name LED 1. This is LED 1 task. Give priority high. Now give name start LED 1. It's a function name. Text size, let us keep it 128 only. Everything as it is. Simply click OK. So now we have one task, LED 1. Now add one more task. This time LED 2. Okay, now give priority medium on normal. Now give this entry function name LED 2. Okay. Now we have 2 tasks, right? We have added 2 tasks. One is default and other 2 tasks we added, LED 1, LED 2. Now with this, let us enable 2 GPIO because we have to toggle this LED. So PB7 is a one LED and PB14 is another LED. And one more thing, here system clock. So as I told you earlier that we have to provide timer 6 as another clock, separate clock. Okay. Now simply generate the code. It will give one warning, but we can ignore this for now. Okay, we are going to discuss this in future. But right now simply click over yes. So you can see it will generate all the required things for us. Here you can see one FreeRTOS.c function is there, one main.c function is there. And here in main.c function, you can see we have default task, we have LED 1 task, LED 2 task. Okay, 2 functions are there. This task is having high priority, this is having normal priority. In main, you can see OS kernel initialize. Okay, so it will initialize the scheduler. Right. Now we have this task 2 task, LED 1 handle, LED 2 handle. Okay, and the definition, and then here it will simply start the scheduler. So functions are pre-written, you can see. Default task 1 and 2. And now we will simply write our LED logic over here. Okay. So for that, you can see our first task will be toggle pin 7, PB7, and delay of 200 millisecond. Okay. So I'm just copying this here. The first task will be toggle LED PB7 with interval of 200 millisecond, and second task will be toggle LED PB14 with interval of 1 second. So this is another task. Okay. Now ideally what happen? Ideally, if this LED will blink with interval of 1 second, then this should be wait for that 1 second. Okay. But you will see in the demo that because of RTOS, it looks like that both LED will blink continuously. Both LEDs are having their own microcontroller. It looks like that. Okay. So this is what the logic is. So what you will see, PB7, yes, PB7, it is having higher priority and it will toggle with 200 millisecond interval, and PB14 it has normal priority and it will blink slow compared to this. Okay. So two independent behavior you can see with one chip that we're going to see, and it proves the whole point of today's discussion, right? So let us simply compile the code. Okay. And now I'm going to load this. On board. You can see the controller. Program is loading. And now you can see these two LEDs. One is blinking with interval of 1 second and one is blinking with interval of 200 millisecond. You can closely observe. It looks like both LEDs are blinking continuously. They are having their own microcontroller, but it is not there. In background, they are using the real-time operating system, RTOS. Okay. So that's episode 1. 2 tasks, 2 LED, 2 priorities running independently on one CPU. HL touches the hardware. FreeRTOS decide who runs when. And we have used osDelay that posts only one task. We have not used HL delay. Otherwise, it will freeze everything. And in next episode, we will see this priority in detail. 2 equally busy tasks. Watch the higher priority one will win. Okay, so we have already discussed this with the smartphone example. So this is what for this video. Thank you very much.